Why so expensive? Is there really a rational outline that we can look at and say, this is why this blade cost more than this blade? Welcome aboard. This is The Art of Prepping. Thanks for joining me today as we talk about why some knives cost more than others. So I have 10 points of reference that I put together just to kind of maybe summarize this. We could actually have an entire dedicated YouTube channel on each one of these. That's how broad these topics are. But they're very detailed in its essence, and so I really can't touch upon these very much at all. But I just want to kind of at least mention them. And so the first one would be materials. Everything from the handle material, but in particular, though, a $500 knife has much, much higher grade steel than a $50 knife. I mean, it would just be mind-blowing if there was any kind of similarity there. I mean, there's typically a very fine grain steel on those higher grade knives, very exotic steels, could be super steels, and just the raw materials alone are extremely expensive. So materials is going to really have to be number one on this list. Now, these are not so much in order, though, of importance, but that just happens to be probably one of the most important aspects. Because before even the craftsman gets their hands on the product, there's already an inherent cost already built in that's higher than any other finished products on a production level, typically when we're talking about custom blades. The next thing is form. And this is, depending on the maker, their form or style is very unique typically. It's their custom look. And I have to say that there's a lot of custom knives that actually can be made to order to very specific guidelines from the customer. And so your knife can be one of a kind. I mean, it really can be that way. And people love this uniqueness because people want to be unique. It's one of the human basic needs. So that is something that people just can't get enough of, having that maybe possibly one of a kind, or at least one of very few that's available in the world. Number three, the fit and finish. The workmanship we were talking about, the fit and finish is so superb, possibly even flawless on these models of the $400-$500 knives, maybe even a $300 knife, but knives above typically $150 to $200 when you're starting getting to semi-custom to custom, they're actually made so well that you're paying for that. And you're going to probably really like it too because it is so well done. Number four, upgrades. Now, beyond the stainless steel or any kind of like other steels, maybe like carbon steel and stuff, that you pick for your blade itself, you got handle materials, sheath options, and even sheath accessories. And you can go crazy with that. You can get as exotic as you would like. And so that is another proponent to actually, the increased cost. Number five, the warranty. In a lot of cases, the warranty could be a lifetime warranty and when you get these custom knives. So that's a big, big plus for a lot of people. Number six, limited in number. Like we just talked about, you might only have one of a kind. Or you maybe just have 1 out of 20 or 1 out of 100. And that leads into number seven, which is collectability. It's so rare and it's so special that people are willing to just continue to pay more for those items over time because they go up in value. And so you can actually use these in some cases as an actual investment vehicle. But just know what you're getting into before you even do that. Number eight, you have the ability to support a small business, especially a U.S.-made business. Here in the United States, it's awesome to support U.S. companies. And the number nine is the premium experience that you have. You don't really typically go into these purchases worrying about any defects or quality issues because they've been completely vetted. I don't think I've ever heard of almost anything ever being wrong with their knives when they come from a custom manufacturer. And if there is, they get fixed immediately because there's a reputation at stake for the maker. And lastly, at number 10, it's the attraction you have to it. You just like it. It calls to you. It's the pride of ownership. And this cannot be understated. People are so driven and so motivated because they love their knife.